In our next standard, EE4D, you're going to be able to solve and graph simple and two-step inequalities. What is an inequality? Here's a quick example of where you would see it every day. In the United States, you must be at least 18 to vote. We could represent this with an inequality, meaning the years and age has to be greater than or equal to 18. By saying at least 18, that means you can be 18 or you can be older than 18. Hence the symbol of greater than or equal to. An inequality is a mathematical sentence formed by placing an inequality symbol between two expressions. And these are the symbols here that we're talking about. It looks similar to an equation, but instead of having one solution that makes it true, its solution is a set of values that make the inequality true, meaning it's usually more than one number. In our example about voting, 18 is the age you can start voting, so that's part of the solution set, but so is 19, 20, 21, 100, and so on. So all of those numbers make this inequality true. Inequality symbols. These are the four symbols that you will be seeing. We read them from left to right. So in the first one, it's less than, meaning the pointy end is pointing to something that is less than the other stuff on the right. The next one is less than or equal to. The or equal to part is that little line underneath it that looks like part of an equal sign underneath an inequality sign. So again, less than or equal to that number. The next one would be greater than. So the stuff on the left is bigger than the stuff on the right. Or greater than or equal to. Again, it's that little line that looks like half of an equal sign. Graphing an inequality. The solution to an inequality is usually graphed on a number line. For example, in t is less than 5, it means that all the solutions less than 5 are a part of the solution. On a graph, it would look like this example here. Do you see that there is an open circle on 5? Let's look at the note to see why. An open circle means that the solution does not include 5, but every value up to 5. And you see that they have an arrow going in that direction. Those are all the numbers that are less than 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, and so on. To infinity, all the way that way to the left. All of those numbers could be solutions to this inequality. But 5 cannot be, so it has to be open. Now let's solve an inequality. It's pretty much just like solving an equation, except don't forget it's an inequality sign. Don't change it. So in this problem, it says 2x is greater than or equal to 8. So I would undo what I see, the same thing we were doing in equations. I see that this is 2 times x, so the opposite, the inverse, would be to divide by 2. That means that x is greater than or equal to 4. Now we need to take our solution and graph it on the number line. Because it's or equal to, that means 4 could be a solution to this. So instead of an open circle, I am going to put a closed circle. That means the number is included in the solution. So I'm going to fill in that circle on 4. And it says x is greater than or equal to 4. So that means numbers that are bigger than 4 are a part of the solution. So my arrow would go to the right. Now let's try another one. This time, it's not as just an easy one-step inequality. It's got 2 steps that we need to undo, just like we did with the equations. So, the first thing I would do is subtract 3. I'm left with 4x is less than 8. And then I divide by 4. X is less than 2. Here's my solution. Now I need to graph it on the number line. This one says x is less than 2. That means 2 is not included in the solution, which means it needs to be an open circle on 2. And it says x is less than 2, meaning all the numbers less than 2, which is to the left this way. And then you are done. Another example. This one is one step. I see that it's minus 2. The opposite of that is to add 2. T is less than or equal to 3. Now that's my solution, and I need to graph it on a number line, but this time we didn't give you a number line. So you can always do your own. Doesn't have to be very particular, but draw your number line. I would put 0 in the middle, and then put the answer to the inequality, which is 3, and just 1, 2, 3. Now you would just start putting in the open or closed circle in your arrow. This would be a closed circle because it says or equal to. And it says t is less than or equal to 3, so all the numbers less than or equal to 3, pointing to the left. Very easy to make your own number line. Now try these two on your own. One of them we gave you a number line to graph your solution, and the other one we didn't. Try your best, and then check back on BlendSpace to see your answers.